Hey guys, it's Liam here, and I'm gonna do another video about, I don't know, I guess, I don't know, what do you guys want to talk about? Anxiety? I guess I haven't done that yet, we can do that. Sitting in my sister's room just 'cause it has a comfier bed, so I've been sleeping in it, just, I don't know, 'cause I sleep better in here, so it's kind of become my room for right now. But, that's why there's a scenery change, but, um, the anxiety is something I've had my whole life, you know. I remember being a kid and I always used to get really car sick very easily to the point where, more than an hour or so drive would just be too much. And I had this overwhelming desire, like I have this phobia, I guess you could call it a phobia, of like, it's not necessarily needing to find one, but being in a place where there's a bathroom. For some reason, the bathroom is like the safe spot for me, it's like a safe zone. And I think everyone kind of has the thing that their anxiety chooses to like fuck with their life. And mine chose this phobia of being anywhere where there isn't a bathroom. And it gets to the point where like, lately it's been like, uh, things like 10-minute drives from here, you know, downtown, or going to the store. I can't even like, that's like, that's a very high stressful trip for me. My parents had this like desire to like just kind of push me through it, and I don't know. I guess that could help, but it's amazingly painful to to do this. I feel I have this overwhelming desire of like I don't necessarily feel like I need to go to the bathroom, which is kind of I mean that's an embarrassing topic within itself, but that's not it. It's just the bathroom is like a safe spot, and I think it stems from when I was a child. When I'd get nervous, I'd get sick, and so I'd always want to find a bathroom, make sure there was a bathroom there, so if I got sick, I would, there'd be a place, safe spot. I think that's really where it comes from. If I get anxious, instantly my mind goes, "There's no bathroom here." What if you get sick? What are we gonna do? And it's like this downward spiral of the anxiety feeding the potential for more anxiety, and like and it feels like this impending doom of like this thing that's gonna happen that's gonna like end the world or something. And but in reality, I know the worst that can happen is really nothing, but that's not it. It's the point that it feels like so much more than that, and every time feels like it's bigger than last time. Like every time, like the thought of well, last time you were okay when you did this doesn't help me because this time it feels like it's different. And it's traumatizing. It's scary, and I mean it's totally killed my social life. I don't really do that much. Part of it is the fact that I don't necessarily get that close to people, but that's yeah, I don't even that's like not even anything I can make a video about. That's just kind of my personality, and so like I don't really do that much like normal kids my age would do. Um, so there's always that, but like it's like to the point where someone's like, "Do you want to go to the movie?" And I'm like, "That's a half an hour trip. I can't do a half an hour trip, nor do I want to. I mean, it's not even like I really like. It's something that the stress and anxiety and pain, just the utter pain of having to go through all of that just to go see a movie isn't worth it. That's what it comes down to is it really worth it to go do that? Most of the time, to me, it's not. So I don't do anything. and it's a very unhealthy lifestyle. So I think whenever I made the first video, which was like a month ago, I think I started Prozac, 20 milligrams, which is not a lot. It's a basic maintenance dose. Maybe it wasn't a month ago. Maybe it was like 2 months ago. Yeah, it must have been 2 months ago because a month ago I got. Anyway, so 2 months ago I got put on Prozac, and I did feel a difference. It wasn't like my life was totally carefree, and I never felt any desire to, I could just do anything and I felt free again. Not at all. I still got anxious just as much. I mean, every 5 minutes I think about something. But now when I start feeling like I'm going, because there's a point when you get anxious and you start spiraling out of control, and then it goes to a panic attack, which is much like an asthma attack. You hyperventilate and you don't know what's going on, and you get disoriented and you can't stop it. At some point, it's out of your hands and you can't stop it, and you're really left up to whatever your body chooses to do. Most of the time, I faint a lot, or um, sometimes if I can get out of the situation enough, then I'll just hyperventilate, and after a while, I'll cry, and after a while, it kind of goes away. But sometimes I faint, and fainting it can be dangerous in its own right. I mean, so it's extremely traumatizing. Like I'm scared. Sometimes I'm scared to drive just because what if I have an anxiety attack and I faint while I'm driving? You know, die. So what the Prozac does is you have all like when I start getting nervous anyway, you like your mind starts like boiling with all of these like rushing thoughts of everything that can go wrong and anything that would never go wrong, but still you think about it because you're panicking. You think about the worst stuff, things that would never be possible. Things like, what if my car gets hit by a helicopter? It's gonna happen. I can feel it. It's gonna happen. Oh my God, here it comes. I'm gonna die. Boom. Panic attack. Hyperventilating, crying, feeling like you're trapped. You can't get out. There's nothing you can do. You're at the hands of the anxiety, and it controls your life. It controls my life, my entire life. There's never been a day in my whole life where I didn't worry about things, where I wasn't anxious, where I was totally carefree. It's exhausting. Emotionally, physically, mentally. I haven't done that much in my life. You know? I don't even know what I'm gonna do for prom. Prom is an hour and a half drive. I'm not gonna go to my prom because I'm too anxious to take the hour and a half drive. It's scary. What what about college? Am I not gonna be able to take my classes because I'm too nervous? What is gonna happen to me? And all of this puts pressure on the anxiety. So you get anxious that you're gonna get anxious, and it's a self-feeding prophecy. The anxiety about being anxious feeds the anxiety, and then that anxiety, and it's this endless cycle, and it feeds itself, and it's these things, these gears in your head that never stop ticking, always in the back of your mind. For me, it's like I'm sitting in a classroom, and the way the desks are positioned around me, I feel like I can't get out, and I start panicking. I need to get to a bathroom. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna, there's gonna be a lockdown. Lockdown scared the shit out of me. That's the thing in school where like if there's like a bomb threat or there's a terrorist in school, they have lockdown, which is like lock all the doors and you like hide. And some of those things last for like 2 hours, and they have like drills in school that last for hours. I would literally faint if I was put in that position. I had no idea what I would do. If it's not that I need to get to the bathroom, it's that if someone tells me I can't, it's like claustrophobia. I feel like I can't get out. I can't stop. In the car, I think the car is the worst thing. I feel pulling over doesn't do anything for me. Stopping the car, if anything, it makes me more nervous. Driving on freeways and um, like farm roads, that where there's no kind of like civilization, scares the shit out of me. I feel like I can't stop. Like I don't have that safe place. And it controls every waking moment of my day. I schedule my life around it. This is my life. The anxiety is bigger than the MS. It's bigger than the Graves' disease. It's bigger than my gender issues. If I could get rid of just some of this anxiety, my life would be so much different, easier. I would be able to take on so much more. But I can't. And it's all me. That's the thing. It's no tangible thing. It's not a disease. I don't even know if the Prozac could even help it. Because it's all right here. I totally control it. I pull the trigger. I load the gun. It's all me. But it's not me that's doing it. It's inside my head. And, and there's constantly this battle going on of please don't get nervous and oh no, I'm nervous. The Prozac What the Prozac does for me anyway is I feel it um, when all these panicking feelings start rushing into my head. Before it climaxes out of control, I kind of feel the Prozac take it down. Not all the way, so I feel mellow and fine and calm, but to the point where breathe. I'm not gonna faint. 5 more minutes. You can make this to somewhere. Most of the time it's in the car. 5 more minutes. You're gonna be home. 5 more minutes. We're gonna be out of this drive-through. I mean, imagine. I'm sure for anyone who watches these videos and doesn't have anxiety, imagine a 10-minute drive to, like a fast food place, waiting in line. It scares the shit out of me. It haunts me. I don't do things because of this. Going to the doctor, waiting in the waiting room, or like that 5 minutes where it's really, really inconvenient for you to say that you have to leave, that's when I get anxious because I feel like I can't. When the doctor just steps in the room and he's kind of like playing with his papers, and I'm like, I need to get out of here, but I can't because it's really inconvenient and he'll think it's weird. Or if the teacher is like, you guys can go to the bathroom, it's okay, just ask me. I'm like, I feel okay now, I feel alright. I feel like I can cope with this. But when there's like that a little bit of time when he's like reading a paper, to ask to go to the bathroom in the middle of that looks rude. It looks like you're being rude, but I'm not. I'm just trying to get out of this panic that I feel all the time, and it it's horrible. It's totally terrible. It's absolutely